Hello, hello everyone. How are we today? I am letting people in as we are starting tonight's little party. Jeff, you're unmuted. We've got Pam here, we've got Rose. I'm going to leave it just a few minutes to see who can make it tonight. I have no idea who's going to be here tonight, but I'm glad to see you guys. You got ice cream. Who's got cake? You got cake? Good. You can unmute yourself, Pam and Rose.
I've put a raspberry on it so that it looks healthy.
Good idea.
I've got some bananas and blueberry in my ice cream.
Oh, there you go. That's healthy then.
There, see, that's healthy.
Fantastic.
Good.
Well, while we wait for people to come on board, I want to say hi to everyone that may be watching this a little bit afterwards. And this is all about we're going to talk about the 28-day Transform Your Wellness Challenge that I can't believe that 28 days already gone so quickly.
Mm.
What do you reckon, guys?
Yep, I know it has been quick.
It's gone very quick.
Yep.
Hello, Brigitte.
You have done.
Hello, Lorraine.
Hi, I'm just eating some dinner as well, so sorry if I'm munching here.
It's all good. It's all good. Settle in, guys.
No,
If it is really noisy in your background, then I might get you to mute yourself if you are in a really noisy until I'll get you to talk. But I'll wait a couple more minutes and maybe someone else joining in. Did you get my emails about today? You've gotten that okay, obviously?
Yep.
Yeah. Very good.
I'm not sure, I haven't looked. I've been in training all day, so I'm just sort of in between meetings at the moment.
No excuses.
Oh dear. Yes, I've got my cup of tea here. And I'm on my last bit of chocolate that I got.
Yum.
I've had a whole box since yesterday.
Oh.
Plus one cake.
And it's your birthday today, isn't it, Karin?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Well, sorry. Happy birthday for yesterday.
Thank you, guys.
What are you drinking, Rose?
Just water. Happy to be here.
All right, I'm going to slowly get started here. I'm not sure if anyone else will be joining, but they can watch after too. So I'm glad you guys are here. So let me just first explain to some people that are watching it after what this is actually all about. It's about the 28-day Transform Your Wellness Challenge that these beautiful people have been doing for the last 28 days. So what this has been all about, it's about exploring wellness, exploring how to use essential oils, learning about essential oils, setting a vision, goals, getting diffuser recipes, inspiration, and all that kind of stuff. What else? DIY recipes and stuff like that. So that's what's been happening for a month now, and every day I've gone live in our close group, and we have you've then receive daily kind of information, and then I've asked you to post something. We've had a daily accountability as well every day. So it's been, I've been really happy with how it's been going, and this is the first ever challenge like this I've done. So here we are tonight. I'm going to ask these beautiful people about a little bit of feedback about it, also to help other people to get a bit of an idea what it's about. So in this challenge, I actually had up to 28 to 30 people that sort of wanted to do the challenge. And as you guys know, it's a free challenge for anyone that's part of the Aspire Jaw Droppers, in the Aspire Jaw Droppers team, which basically means that you have purchased some oils, and then you get access to all the free challenges and stuff like that. So it's something that I want to be able to offer for you guys to learn and connect with each other. So we've got this beautiful community. So it is a special challenge, and what happens now, I was going to say, is that we're going to continue. I'm going to move into the Aspire Jaw Droppers group a little bit more, and we're going to continue posting there. So you guys that are here and you're not part of the Aspire Jaw Droppers on Facebook, make sure you are in that group. I must say, as I said, I've been a little bit quieter because it's actually taken up a fair bit of my time, first off, to get this off the ground. It's quite a bit of posting and information to get out every day. But next time will be a lot easier, so I can post a lot in the Jaw Droppers group as well. So there were about 28 to 30 people, which is really, really good. But like anything, when we start these challenges, of course, there's going to be a lot of people starting off, and then as we go along, there's always going to be people that are really involved, and then there's people that are going to drop off the bandwagon a little bit. That's why I call it a challenge. That the name challenge, at first I thought, oh, it's going to put people off because some people don't like challenge. What do we have to do in a challenge? It's really, I thought, should I call it program or whatever? But then I thought, no, I'm going to have challenge because this is also about accountability. It's about showing up, not just for yourself, but also for other people as well. And I think it trains that muscle of just showing up and doing something. You've committed to doing it. You're committed to learning. You're committed to connect, whatever was your intention for coming into this group. So I'm definitely going to continue calling it challenge because it is a little bit about turning up, isn't it? So you guys are doing really, really well. You're here. It's fantastic. We are the super committed, aren't we? So congratulations to all. So what this group has done too, they've been posting in the group for, you know, their realizations, depending on what I've asked them to do in terms of accountability. And then we've met up every Sunday, basically, for a chat and connection and going through what's been happening in the week. And here we are on the last Sunday, and I'm going to have a chat to you guys a little bit. And then towards the end, you know that one will be announced as the winner of the challenge. So you got to hang in there. You got to be here to the end, and I'll announce the winner of the challenge. How does that sound? We got to have a winner, don't we? Got to have a winner. We're all winners, but I have to be tough and draw one winner. So, first of all, you guys, when we started, I had this printout for you, this 28-day little journal. Can I have you guys raising your hand, anyone who actually printed it out and been using it? One person only.
I've printed it out, but I didn't use it. I used a separate sort of thing. So
Yeah, which is fine too. Who else uses
Yeah.
separate thing?
I just used a book.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask Rose then. You used the sheet. How did you find that? Did you actually make little notes on that sheet, Rose?
I think it's just good. It keeps your mind on track, because I don't have a routine. I've been really struggling with having a routine, but my routine was to make sure I came to this challenge, and then to write things down just keeps your mind on track.
Yeah, fantastic. And that's the thing, however people do it, but that was one of the resources that I gave people. And on that, you could take note of what you learned. If you learned something new, applied to what you learned, if you share the accountability in the group and you share the accountability in the social. And then you could write down what you learned today and your focus and intention. So
it was good to think about, when you asked for the accountability, is what I wrote down, and to think about what I was going to say instead of just answering, just to think, just have that space to think about what you'd said. So that was a good part of it.
And guys, did you think that the accountability was it too much, or was it doable for you to reflect on? What do you
I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary to have that accountability, because if you don't have that accountability, well, what's the point of even doing it in the first place? You've got to be accountable to yourself.
That's right.
Else. Yeah.
And as you say, yeah, definitely the accountability is for ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then also, I really loved you guys sharing and the vulnerability as well, of particularly the wellness focus that we were discussing. And even though it was just, so you guys that are watching it later, you might wonder what I'm talking about, but there was a wellness focus on a little bit of tapping into a little bit of wellness coaching. Very little start, but getting people to reflect on certain things. And it can be very easy to be overwhelmed. So I wanted to make it so it was just a little bit of food for thought and start. So any other sort of feedback on that?
I think that was my favorite part. I really liked that. I was more like, give me more, come on. I'm ready for it. Yeah.
It's a bit of a teaser there. So
Yeah.
I've actually got another coaching program that I will send you a little bit of information that will go deeper into all these bits if you want to be part of that. That is because this is just tapping a little bit into it. I'd like to ask you to share, what was the biggest learning during these 28 days for you? Can anyone share there, or should I go through all of you? The biggest learning. Jeff, what was the biggest learning for you?
Putting things into actions by actually becoming accountable. So when you actually, I think when you hold yourself accountable, you're more likely to continue on with action.
Yeah. What about you, Pam?
Well, my biggest learning was the obviously the oils and what you could do with them and how you can mix them and what they're for.
Yeah.
Because oils to me would always either smelt nice or they were like lavender that would make it nice and peaceful or whatever. But I hadn't actually got into this the deep stuff with oils. So, you're just sniffing it at night so to go to sleep, things like that. So it's good.
Yeah.
But also, I also enjoyed the wellness as well. You know, certainly accountability, and I didn't always write that down, but I thought about it. I mean, I thought through it, but I didn't always post it. But you know, it was really good in the morning to read that, and you can think about it for the day. So,
yeah.
Mm.
What about you, Rose? What was your biggest sort of takeaway or learning?
I liked the accountability, but I liked the awareness of the different areas, because it's not something I'd put together before.
Yeah.
So I really, like, that's made a huge difference for me. So now, if I feel unbalanced during the day, I can actually say, well, which area have I not accessed today, and what oil can I use to support this? So my oils that used to sit in a box in alphabetical order, perfect, are now all over one room on the floor, and all in different piles, and it's just good to just really reconnect back to self. And I think the challenge has really done that.
Yeah.
It's been good. Thank you. Yeah.
Fantastic. What was your biggest takeaway or learning, Brigitte?
So as I said, the wellness part was, I mean, I'm in that industry, so that's where I'm just like, you know, I can get a bit intense about that stuff. So I think for me, learning about the oils and making it very practical and how to implement it in everyday life was good for me, because it brought a self-caring, light-heartedness, fun aspect to it, and I really like that. I think I needed the balance for that for myself, and which I will also implement with clientele as well. So yeah.
Fantastic.
I think the live videos in the morning were great. I was in the gym and I was able to just put it up and listen to you while I was working out. I thought it was great. It was good.
Yeah, they were good.
I hope they weren't too long. I know the first video I said, Jeff said, it's too long, you can't make it too long. And I said, it's hard, I got to cover a few things. And then I tried to condense it, and I could have obviously made really long lives and really got into stuff, but it really wasn't what it was meant to be. You know, max half an hour or so for you to watch, and then go and you know, reflect on the things I was saying.
I mean, it was fine for me at this time because I'm not doing a lot else at the moment, because I can't, you know, can't even, if it wasn't for what's going on, I would be in Melbourne looking after grandkids a couple of days a week and things like that. So it was fine for me now. But if it had been at normal times, then possibly need to, you know, like I say, 20 minutes, half an hour is probably as much as you'd have time to look at.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to have the opportunity, because I couldn't listen to that time. So I always listened to it in the evenings when I'd put Maurice to bed, and that was my me time, and that's when I sat down and I could focus. So
yeah. And that's the whole idea with me. I basically record everything too, so that people can watch it after, and obviously the lives in the group at your own time, because everyone's busy these days. You've got to have that flexibility, and that's why I want this. I'm recording this live too, so people can watch it. The ones that can't make it today, it's really, really important. Lorraine is back. What was your biggest learning or takeaway from the challenge? Can you unmute yourself? You have to press, so I can try to, but I think you have to do it yourself if you can. Find the button. Yes.
Back again. Yes, the power went out and I'm going, oh no, please let me back on. I think one of the biggest challenges was with my technology. I can use Zoom on my phone, but it wouldn't work on my computer. So I was having quite a few issues with that most times. But accountability, I would say, I think, because I'd always put everyone else first, without realising that you do it, you sort of get caught up in that, and I think it's made me more aware of how much I actually did do it.
Yeah.
Dropping things for other people so often, and I realised that that's one of the things I did, because you're always helping other people out and you're getting calls quite regularly on, you know, problem solving for others, and you just go, hang on, I'm doing it for others but wasn't getting it in return. So that was huge. So
And
yeah.
that's so good to hear, because really that is really what I want people to realise too, or get to that point where they start to prioritise and be able to give back to themselves. And guys, I'm going to share with you that oils for me, I mean, I just really have, as you know, fallen in love with the oils. And the oils for me and what I give myself every month there, that's a gift for me. So that's just a gift for me that I commit to, because I really enjoy it. So, and I hear some people that are so, oh, you know, I can't spend that amount of money or whatever to get an oil every month. But, you know, once people change that, you know, mindset and allow themselves to do something that they really enjoy, you know, it's.
I was doing the same thing, Karen. I think you have to remember that you only have to get one oil a month. No one says you have to, you know, buy the whole shop out. It's
Exactly.
one oil to your collection, and it's something different. And if you love them so much and all of the things that you can use them for, and it's made me even more passionate in using them more so for everyday things, which I'd only use them, you know, specifically for, you know, certain things, but now I'm using them every day throughout, you know, changing, I think, what I use them for as well. So I think that's been a bonus as well.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't that interesting realization you've had there?
Yeah.
Particularly that giving back, and so many women, you know, do everything for other people. And it's been interesting too how I've gotten to know your personalities too, because I really have. I can see, you know, what kind of personalities you are in the group. You guys that have been sort of active in the group, it's not that hard to figure out, really. So,
Shucks, we thought we had it over you.
So, can I ask you guys, which is your favourite oil so far, or Young Living product? Oh, tricky question. You have to take a pick. Rose, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I can't pick an oil because I love probably all of them. But my favorite would be Thieves. Anything Thieves, I just, yeah, love. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And I welcome Annika's coming in here too. So we'll have a chat to Annika soon. Pam, which one so far out of the pack is your favourite?
Well, I'm still playing with them, as you know, but I actually like the frankincense.
Yeah.
And I've done, you know, like on your recipes and things that you put out there, I'm playing around with all of that. And I don't know, sometimes I think I'm doing it wrong because it's not smelly enough, but then I have to, next time I'll stick in a few more drops. So I'm just playing it. But I do like the frankincense.
Yeah, yeah. And it depends, obviously, if you use it in the diffuser, it's all different how many drops people prefer. And I have myself some favourites that are more oils that I use on me, on the skin, or smelling really close. And I've got some that are my favourites in the diffuser. By the way, I've got the diffuser here. I can show you. Do you like this one?
The lantern.
I love the lantern. Oops. You can change the light on it anyway to all different colours. Yes. What was your favourite oil so far, a product, Lorraine?
Oh, gee, that's too hard. But I do love thieves. But for meditation and just relaxation, I noticed frankincense was also one that I use a lot of. So I think I'd have to say frankincense.
Yeah, it is certainly a popular oil. That's
Yeah.
for sure. What about you? What about you, Birgitta? Have you got a favorite oil?
Yes, I like frankincense. I love thieves. But one that stands out for me at the moment is cinnamon bark.
All
I
right.
think it brings me back to Sweden, you know, the cooking. So yeah, just for the smell of it, I love the cinnamon bark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's a powerful oil too. I actually made some lip balm with cinnamon bark in it. Cinnamon bark and orange. Really, really lovely. Yeah. Jeff, have you got a favorite oil?
Out of the premium starter kit.
Oh, any oil.
Goodness me. Okay. Well, depending on how you feel on any particular time of the day, there's a go-to oil virtually for everything, depending on the mood you're in and what's occurring through the day. But particularly, I like, for example, of an evening, depending on the mood, I like to diffuse goldenrod and ylang ylang in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I like stress away for if I've got clients coming, and I like to use release if I'm having a particular therapy session with clients. We use release. I like the spruces. I mean, it's just, goodness me, there's so many to choose from, and they're all just beautiful. I love to put a drop or two of thieves on the soles of my feet. Because
Yeah, you were only going to choose one.
Oh, okay. I like the men's Shoetron aftershave and the Shoetron oil. It's probably
Too funny. You're going,
and I like the Shoetron soap. I love the Ninja.
okay, that's enough. I said one.
Jeff, what does he use the thieves on his feet for?
Karin, you can answer that. You can be compliant.
Thieves on the feet is very warming, actually. But then if you know the benefits of what thieves does, then when you put it on the soles of the feet, it goes into the body very, very quickly through the soles of the feet. So very, very powerful place to place oils, guys.
I thought he must have just used it for something specific.
Yeah, well, yeah,
maybe he does.
we'll
Maybe he
talk more about thieves and how beneficial it is for us to stay healthy and well.
It helps support the immune system.
Yeah. So it is really, really good. I don't know if Annika can unmute. If you hear and you can hear Annika, let me know, because I'd like you to unmute yourself if you can. Yes, and just if I can ask you, Annika, what was your biggest takeaway or learning from the challenge?
My biggest thing was to take time for me, have time for me, and
We've lost her.
No, she dropped out.
She's gone.
She's still there. She's got to be just picking up.
I don't know, but just to take time for me, if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or 1 hour, it doesn't matter. And I really have never really stopped and looked after myself ever. And that was my big thing.
Okay, so the question is, are you going to keep that up now?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so.
All right. So if you're not part of the Aspire Joy Droppers group, Annika, that's the other group on Facebook that I'm not 100% sure you are part of, but make sure you join that group, Aspire Joy Droppers. I'll send you the link. Do you know if you're part of it?
No, I don't think I am. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so it's basically Aspire Joy Droppers, guys, is our team group as such, our community of people, and that's where I post a lot about how. I mean, all of us can post, by the way, and I want more of you actually posting things in there because I feel like it hasn't been enough of that kind of contributing and sharing, because we all do different things with the oils, and if you post it in that group, everyone else can see it. And even if you got a question, you might ask, how do you use thieves? How do you guys use thieves? Or any kind of question, then there's always going to be people there answering your questions. So that is definitely where you want to be after this group, and interact and ask questions and contribute and see what I list in their information. And there's also a place underneath there, there's files as well in there. So I'll post sometimes some documents in there and so on. So the next question, what did you think of the little e-book about the household cleaner, the different things you could use the household cleaner for?
I really liked it. So it's good to have a reference point in how to use it. So I'm going to try and, you know, replace my dishwashing liquid now, or the dishwasher. So yeah, I liked it. So I've already printed it out. It's ready to go for when I get my product. So
yeah, it's pretty amazing that you can just use one cleaner for a lot and a little bit of oils. It's pretty cool. Anyone else that got anything to say about that?
I've never tried anything, but I would like to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping it in the back of my mind, but at the moment I'm too busy doing oils.
Yeah. And,
so too much at once. But the and anyway, at the moment I just use sort of a eucalyptus clove thing that I get from the market anyway. So I'm not actually poisoning the earth. At the moment. But when that runs out, then I'll try this one.
Yeah. And guys, you guys like Pam, and I know Robin and Annika, you guys were the newies, so to say. You started just with your pack. You just started with this pack just before the challenge. So for a lot of people, when they start with oils, most people, I'd say, start with getting the oil pack with a diffuser. There are some people that come in on the Ninja side, because there's Ninja starter packs. There's other people that mixes up products, but because the starter kit is good value, a lot of people start with that, and then they continue building up their oil because a lot of people really love the oils. And then some people go to the point where they start to replace some little things at home with other products, and just starts to kind of learn about the, you know, how to detox your home and so on, and be really interested in replacing things. So everyone comes in on a different angle. You know, some people it is because of health issues. There's so many different reasons why people start using the oils. But as you guys know, is that if you order monthly, you can just start to switching some products monthly, or, you know, you start using lavender maybe every second or third month. You need to get a new lavender, for example. What was I going to say? I can't actually remember. Did I send out a ditch and switch sheet to you? I don't know if I did. No, I don't think I did. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to email that out to you guys. it's basically a list of products, and I mean, you can use it as a little bit of a guide and just go, okay, I might be looking into changing, you know, my cleaner next month, or I might look into, you know, so you can tick off what it is you want to, what is on your monthly wish list. Like I do, I always start to, you know, see what I need and just start replacing it. So I'm not going to carry on for too long, but I want to ask each one of you if you can just share. I mean, think about someone that may possibly be interested in starting with oils, or that are curious about what this has been about, this 28-day challenge. How would you explain this to something in not too long, but what's been, how would you describe it, and why do you think they should be doing it? Can I ask you, Jeff, first?
Well, I think just do it, because you're not going to know unless you don't. Just do it, because if you don't do it, you don't want to wonder what you're missing. So just take action and basically just do it. And so then notice
a bit more specific, Jeff.
Notice the changes. Notice what can occur within your household, with your own psyche and your own family, when you do decide to explore another alternative rather than the mainstream.
Yeah. Anyone else here? So if you think about it, I did actually ask you guys to write. I did ask you to write a testimony, or sort of describe what you got out of it. I know Birgitta wrote something really amazing. Pam, you wrote something too, didn't you? And Jeff, I think too. Rose wrote something too. So in lines with that, really describing it, if you were to talk to someone that, you know, may be interested in doing it, what would you say? What is it about? Describe it, and what would they get out of it?
Well, I think I would tell them that they would just learn so much about the oils and things. My concern with it is that, because I hang around now with the retirees, because that's what I am now, it's a bit expensive, the oils. And I mean, I totally understand that it's worth it because they're pure and they're this and they're that and the other, but everybody doesn't have a couple of $100 to, you know, spend on the kit, and then the price list for the thing, you know, there's sort of $40, $50, $60. And so I would have to make sure that I was talking to somebody who I felt could actually afford to do that with these oils.
Can I give you a little bit of feedback there, Pam? Now, the thing is, we never know what is important for another person. I know that there's many people that spend, you know, a lot of money. I don't know how many bottles of wine they drink a month, for example. They go out and buy a nice handbag or a nice jumper. And I guess the feedback for that is, we never know what is someone's priority. And what someone thinks is so-called expensive may not be expensive to another person. When it comes to the quality and the oils, it's really not expensive when people know what actually goes into the production of these oils. The pack in itself, the oil pack is about $270, I believe. That's actually, if you buy it separately, it's about 50% off the normal price. But then you've got a wholesale account. And then obviously you get the challenge. That is also for free on top of that, which I could charge a lot of money for this challenge, which I offer for free. So I'm going to let Lorraine in here. So I guess the thing is, what I've learned, and I know because I used to say exactly the same, Pam, I don't think people are going to afford this and that. But what I've come to realize is that when people really find that it helps them and supports them, you know, they start to prioritize it. So, and it's also about, like Lorraine said about allowing yourself to also, sometimes it can be blockages too, and go, well, you know, I'm not going to spend any money on myself. So I think there's a lot of different aspects of it. So I guess the question is, what is it? Is it expensive compared to, you know? But I absolutely understand what you're saying. Of course, for some people, but I would say a lot of retirees, goodness me, they got more. Some people have got way more money than some of the ones that are in their years where they got young kids and families and stuff. So we never know. But the point is, I think, is that if we want to improve our wellness, we do what we feel is working for us, and we don't know until we give it a go. So what about you? Shall I say, Rose? If you're ready, what would you say to, you know, someone, your friend or anyone about it, and what they would get out of it?
Well, I agree with Jeff, like give it a go, but I would say to them, if you wanted to learn more about, or if you wanted to think about yourself at a deeper level and you wanted to know more about different ways to use oils, or if you were interested in oils, or if you wanted to know different things about detoxing, but even if you wanted to just be in an awesome dynamic group, like you're amazing, Karin. Like I say to him, just join to just hear Karin speak every day. Like, you know, there's so many days I've not been in a good headspace, and I'd see you and you're all excited, and I think, right, well, let's just do one thing today. So it's huge.
Yeah. And I see how good it's been for you, Rose, to just have, you know, some people to connect with and, you know, showing up every day. I really think, you know, I feel it's been very good for you to have that, particularly at this point in time. And we're going to continue in the Joy Droppers group anyway. So
I haven't wanted to, Karin. I have not wanted. I've just wanted to hide in my shell, but who am I? I made that commitment.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
But you made it too. Like, you show up, and I know there are probably days you didn't want to turn up. You showed up, but you showed up sparkling, and then that inspired me.
And that's the thing, guys, for everyone watching here. I mean, like Rose said, I have to turn up, and the reality is that, you know, some days are not always that easy. You know, I've had to get up early, and, you know, I've done the images that actually wasn't pre-done. I had to do them in the morning, or I had to do them late at night. That wasn't done beforehand. So, but it is about the commitment of just showing up, and the thing, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I feel that if we can just show up to something and have that commitment, it just, I guess, I think it teaches people that it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. It is just about, it's like you're doing a practice of yoga, or practice of Pilates. It's really about turning up and then just being there. And that's the muscle you guys have really showed, that you've been here the whole time, which is amazing. I think that's really, for me, that's what the word challenge comes into, because that's really training that, you know, accountability and showing up. And of course, on that light end, I want to congratulate everyone that's been tuning into the videos anyway, even though you haven't perhaps really, you've been watching behind the scenes. I know some people have been really watching behind the scenes, but you haven't been on the live Zoom live. That is fine. I congratulate you too. You may be a little bit shy behind here, hiding somewhere, but checking it out. And that's been fine, because all those guys, all you have also gotten all the resources, and you can write down the recipes and all that sort of stuff and have that in a little folder or whatever you want to do with it, because that's just resources for everyone. What about you, Birgitta? What would you say to someone, and what was your takeaway? How would you describe it?
I'd say it's a beautiful complement to just health and well-being. You know, you learn a lot how to go natural with body products, and how to use the oils, because there's such an amazing product. The value is just beyond. So you actually get coached through how to use them, and how that can benefit your own body and the environment that you're living in.
Yeah. No, that's great to hear. And you've been absolutely amazing when it comes to you know, contributing and the accountability, Birgitta. Fantastic. Really committed like anything.
As I said, I can get a bit intense sometimes. So, yep.
That's very, very good. What about you, Lorraine? How would you describe it to maybe a friend of yours or anyone you know, and you talk to them about this challenge, and, you know, how would you describe it? We can't hear you. You have to unmute yourself. Just don't disappear.
How's that? Am I back? It's not just about the oils too. Also, what I wanted to say, you also had a wheel at the start talking about where we put our energy. So whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, and that I found was quite amazing, because it makes you realize where you place more of your energy, which once you realize where you're placing your energy, you see where you're unbalanced. So I found that to be a magnificent piece of information, because you really see in your life where you're unbalanced. And I think we need to be balanced in all of those. And you sort of really realize how much you're focused in certain areas. So that's helped balance me out a lot. So I recommend that to a lot of people, to look at where they're using their energy in life. But the recipes that we've got from you, and just using the oils for everyday life, and there's no specific area. It's well rounded in with the use of the oils as well. So for our own well-being and looking at ourselves, and I think that's really important. What you brought through here with this course, or the challenge, was to get us to look at ourselves. And if we're not prepared to look at ourselves, how can you better yourself? And it's doing it for yourself, whether it's something simple each day. You don't have to necessarily tune in each day, but you as you have the videos for later, you can actually look back and see, you have that time to look at it, when you get the time to look at it, that you can write down those challenges and where you're actually needing help. So it's addressing that within yourself, I think. So I would say to anyone joining the challenge that it's about self-evaluation and looking at looking at yourself and finding that time for yourself and actually self-nurturing. So, yeah, I think all of that, if I could compound it a little bit, it'd be easier. But it is about wellness, health and wellness.
Fantastic. So that's, yeah, I think.
Can I just add something?
Yeah.
Also, I would say that a lot of what comes every day from you, there's always something in it that stands out. You know, you can read all the stuff, and then there's something in it that for that day, then you go away thinking, hadn't thought of that. And today, it was your top tips. So top tip number 7, which was keep your focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. And I just had a bit of a light bulb there, and I went, yeah, that's me. I'm always thinking, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want whatever to happen. I'm not thinking I want to do it that way. I'm always thinking of how I'm not going to, like it's not going to happen that way. So so that was a bit of a light bulb for me. And so that's what I would tell people. Every day there's something there that you're going to get from it.
And
thank you for that too, because that's just reminded me too, because I remember you posting that on the day and I'm going, oh, where is my focus today? Well done.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about how, I mean, we've been talking very lightly about mindset and our thoughts, and I've tapped into that much of that, but you're already picking up a little bit. And when we have those realizations that, oh my goodness me, what am I actually putting my focus on, all the things that I don't want, rather than imagine if you focused on all the things that you do want, you look forward to, well, say if you are going to create some change, it's all about focusing on where you want to go, not where you have been and what you don't want to. I don't want to go there. I don't want to be like that. No, you want to focus in the right direction. You want to get the energy moving in the right direction. That's what it's all about. And self-awareness is part of, just general well-being. It's about developing that self-awareness, because if we don't, we just end up being in the same place. So it's picking up on the thoughts we have, what creates the emotions, and then the actions that we take. It's all about, it all starts up here. So what a big thing to say just after these 28 days, I must say, just gotten to that point where you have recognized that maybe I've been thinking a little bit too much on the negative side of what I don't want, rather than, being enthusiastic and thinking about all the things that you can do. And particularly during this challenging time now. I mean, I think this time has been kind of really good to be part of this challenge through these transformational times, and just step back and be a little bit more reflective on how we ourselves deal with things, and develop some new strategies of how we can kind of change our state, which we do so very, very beautifully with using the oils. I've encouraged you every day, when you start to feel a bit overwhelmed or a little bit, that you're not coping so well, that's when the oils so come in handy to really get into a different mindset. So fantastic. I think, Birgitta, you got something you want to say?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, we're thinking about what we're not good at, or, the negative aspect, and that we should direct our minds to what we do want and the positive. Somehow I've sort of, when I've been meditating and, processing stuff, to me, that I call it the lack mindset. I think it's almost a human trait. Like, everybody has the whole lack mindset, and we have to consciously reprogram our brain to move towards the positive and looking to, the good stuff, and it doesn't naturally come because we're just so programmed in that direction, and the competitive spirit and the judgment and all this sort of stuff. So it takes a conscious effort to reprogram, you know. Yeah, I don't know.
The thing is that it's not about being perfect and not allowing ourselves to fall down there, because trust me, I get down there a lot too, but I have developed strategies to shift out of it. But I'm fully aware when I am in that very negative spiral, and I know I'm not going to keep continuing going down the spiral. That's when it's so important to surround yourself with people that are like-minded in a community that can be there for you, people that can be real, but not feed on that kind of talking about the what's not going well, whatever. Oh yeah, we get into that. No, it's actually pulling ourselves or pulling our friends or the community up. It's okay, you're there, I understand how you're feeling, but what about this now? We start to get that energy eventually. Do you know what I mean? Because truly, that's what I think even a good friend, would be good if good friends are doing that a little bit more, recognizing, listening, but then kind of trying to get the energy steering in a good way, rather than, what do we say, wallowing in the, I'm wallowing in my self-pity, should I say that? Because we all do it at times. And I'm saying it's fine, because no one is perfect, but just be aware when you're there, allow yourself to be there, but then move forward from there. Isn't that a better place to be?
It's catching yourself, I think. And even like with you, when people are talking negative, they can draw you in pretty quick. So you've got to be onto it so that you're trying to change that as much as you want to be empathetic, but not get caught in it at the same time.
Exactly.
It actually, with the studies I've done, that it's actually an addiction to wallow. And then I'm not saying it's not, I think there is a place of wallowing and feeling crap and recognizing all the stuff, but staying in it, it's actually, it releases hormones in your body, and it's an addiction, which is interesting. It was an interesting reading. So,
yeah. And it's also, if we look at how we were brought up, and if you think about just the role models you had, how they were, and we very much model, stuff. So when we reflect on that, we can probably understand partly our behavior, what we kind of, how we tend to be, and where that's coming from. Again, that's that self-awareness of really recognizing and understanding, whoa, it's like when I was talking about the 4 different rooms to visit every day. Remember that? I think that a lot of people got a lot out of that, I think.
Yeah.
And really reflected on that. And what I was sharing about that was that, when I first learned about that, it really made me think and understand where I was coming from, why I was spending a lot of time in one of the rooms a lot of the time. And I have that tendency to go down that track, and I have to pull myself out of that room and into the other rooms a little bit more. So it's very interesting. So that's good. Anyone else that want to share something particular?
Well, I'd like to say, in reference to what we've just been discussing, I will say that the body is like a robot controlled by the mind. What the mind sees, the body's going to do. And it'll go with what's familiar. So if you're able to make what's familiar unfamiliar, that's where change happens.
Yeah.
The mind loves to go with what's familiar. You do it all the time because you're comfortable with it. But as soon as you make it unfamiliar, that's where the challenge is, and that's where change occurs.
That's right. And that's all about, that's why I wanted to keep this challenge, you know, because it is about, if it may just have been to show up, it may just have been to look at something every day that would have challenged you to, you know, do something a little bit differently every day. So well done. Congratulations to everyone. And thanks for everyone for sharing. I guess I've got to announce the winner or the winners. Do you want me to announce the winners? That was so hard. And do you know what? I want to give everyone a prize actually, but I'm gonna, well, I have changed it a little bit. So. But the thing is, what I said, one person was going to win the major prize, but because it's been really, really close, what I'm going to do is to just split it a little bit to the second, and then I've actually added on prizes. I've added on heaps of prizes. So, are you ready
So
for
kind.
the winner?
Drum roll.
Okay, so the winner, I'm gonna show what the winner wins. The winner wins this book. This is a great book with heaps of recipes. It's a thick book. It's fantastic. One of these little references, another book, some jars, essential oil diffuser thing,
Oh,
beautiful crystals,
how cool.
and here's one for making a perfume. Here's a dropper bottle, and here's a roller bottle with tiger's eye. So that's the first prize, and that goes to Big Guitar. Congratulations. Big Guitar was actually, has been sharing, being, I would say, really, really stood out when it came to the accountability. You were just incredible with the accountability. But that's saying that there were other people also very good with accountability. So I thought I have to kind of, you know, give a second prize to someone too. And the second one I've chosen that was very good with accountability too, but also very interactive. And that's you, Rose.
Yeah.
So Rose, very, very sharing and heart-based and so supportive with other people. So I've got some gifts for you too. I've got a book with a lot of different recipes. You get one of these. You get this one. You get this one. You get a little perfume thing. You get a little, another thing, not a lava, but that's a crystal bracelet and one of these roller bottles. Okay.
You can put the oils on the beads of the bracelet and it absorbs.
Yeah. It's
Okay. Okay.
And then I've got...
Lorraine has disappeared.
Yeah, I'll let Lorraine in. She can be here too.
Oh, there we go.
She's back again. So the third prize, which is amazing as well, is actually Lorraine. Because Lorraine was also...
You're on mute. You're on mute. Here we go.
I keep hopping in and out. The internet keeps going on me.
Yeah. So I've added some gifts here. It was meant to be one gift, but I'm going to give you one of these books. I got this up at the symposium. It's got heaps of stuff in it. I've got a little other information with diffuse roller blend recipes. One of these reference books. More DIY. More DIY. Two crystals. Third prize. What else have I got? It's
Thank
Christmas.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank you, Karin. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Now I've got gifts for more people. Let me have a look. I've got gifts for Pam and for Annika and for,
Participation award.
no, and Robin as well, because you've also been, and Jeff can have one too, but we've got a lot of, we live in the same household, so, you know, he can share with me. But you, Pam, and Annika, and Robin are going to get one of these.
Lovely, thank you.
One of these books as well. I might throw in something else as well. So if you're here in Torquay, I can probably just drop it in your letterbox.
Good. Or I can pick it up, whichever.
Or you can pick it up in the
when I'm down in the CBD.
Exactly. The other thing that I've also, guys, offered everyone that's been part of this challenge for this month, you need to let me know at some point though. I am offering you 50% off an AFT session, which is Aroma Freedom Technique session. So if you guys want to be doing one of those sessions with me, we can do it online, just like this. I set up a meeting and it's just one-on-one, obviously. And it is about moving the energy in the right direction and getting the focus to really, you know, moving forward. For that technique, you do use some specific oils. So I'll have to, you know, if you're interested, let me know, and you'll have to put those oils on your wish list. So you got them, because that's part of that step-by-step process as well. But that you can certainly take advantage of, and I'd like to support you if there's, I mean, it's such a beautiful process to do. You can have really, really big realizations.
It's very, I will say it's very powerful, very powerful. I highly recommend it. Absolutely. AFT session. It's amazing. It really is.
Yeah, it is good. So it's time for a cheers, and
thank you very much. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
And
it's another one of my favourites. This one's BLM.
Have you taken my BLM?
No, it supports healthy joints. It supports healthy joints and cartilage for the retirees.
Yeah, there you go. You better give me that instead of a book.
It's called BLM, Pam.
Right.
Bones, ligaments, and muscles.
Okay.
BLM is amazing. That's how I actually started. You know, remember hearing my journey about BLM with my 2 ankle reconstructions.
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. BLM is amazing.
Sounds a big glitch on here.
Yeah.
So,
I think I'm going to stop here and let you go off and do what you want to do now. And so thank you so much, guys.
No,
Thank you, Karin. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
So head over to the Aspire Jaw Droppers group. I've actually posted this video in there too. And one more thing. Now, anyone that's been part of this challenge, now, if you know anyone that you think might be interested in this challenge, here's the opportunity for you to share it and help me share it for the next one, because you can get rewarded for that as well. So I am looking at possibly just having a week off. We'll see. I first said 31st of August, but I've kind of wanted to run this challenge to its end to get a bit of feedback, but then I may need a little bit more time to get it out there. I'm not sure how long it will take to, you know, get it out there and get the next group happening. but I will send you guys an email so you know how to do that and how you can share it, because that's going to benefit you too. So
Just send me a link or something, and I'll just put it on my private Facebook page for clientele. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So head over as well to the Aspire Joy Droppers group too, and put something in the comment underneath this video because it's there as well.
Yeah.
So thank you guys again, and
thank you,
you.
Karen.
I will
Thank
see
you.
Have a lovely night.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Karen. Bye.
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 Everyone.